as shit. It's like almost country-ish. Anyway, so here's something I want to talk about that I also don't really want to talk about. So, let's just do like a really brief. Let's call them flashbacks. So, I'm 4 years old, and I have a headache. Apparently, even if 4-year-olds know what headaches feel like, or I have a toothache, and I tell my grandma, and so she gets her big tablespoons out, and she crushes up extra strength Vicodin and a Valium, puts a little bit of sugar and then Pepsi in it, and then she gives me the spoon. You're like, here you go, honey. Feel better. Fuck yeah, I felt better. Fuck. I had appendicitis. I was 13. By that point, I had fibromyalgia, which you can't prove whether I did or did not, and I had my own private doctor where I was getting extra strength Vicodin, Percocet, Somas, Flexeril. I had my own psychiatrist where I was getting Adderall, Dexedrine, Concerta, Xanax? Klonopin for my grandma. That is normal to me. I am about 14. I go and I steal like Mike's Hard Lemonade and beers from my grandma's customers. 15. I'm tired of my grandma's shit. And I wanna be more free and have friends, so I move into the trailer park with my mom, and I tell her to go buy me a 40, and she comes back with a 40 of Old English. And like in the broken side of it, I'm like, fuck yeah, and there you go. The first time I ever drank was with my now wife. It's funny because she was my first kiss and like the first woman I slept with, and obviously my first wife. You know, it's funny. I've slept with a couple guys or whatever, but it's funny because it was all only one time, like each dude, just when I was drunk. You know, and it wasn't like, you know, and I'm not going to be an Evan Rachel Wood and say it was rape or nothing, because, yeah, like I said, don't regret anything, because at one time it was exactly what you wanted, and I don't really care if people see me as, you know, a girl, a lesbian, bi, fucking polyamorous, a fucking zebra unicorn that also identifies as a tree. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, where am I put with that? Okay, see, this is the ADHD. That I legitimately have. But so, we go to Safeway in Concord before it got shut down because we all used to steal from it so much. Statute of limitations means that doesn't matter. It's been over 10 years, like 12. And she brings her big purse, and as her mom's stealing like makeup and all this other shit, she steals a big ass bottle of Bacardi Gold. And so we go and we drink it with two of her friends, and then we're sitting on the bench in front of the trailer park. And all of a sudden we start making out. Because I already remember like the first initial feeling of being drunk. I was all warm inside, and I was like, I feel like I could run forever, and it's fucking awesome. I'm this fat little fucking slash hair looking circle face motherfucker. Yeah, so that was that. And then this is little backstory, you know. And then my 16th Halloween, I'm high on meth. That's a couple times later doing it. And so just I have, and my mom is a meth head. Love you, Mom. She's not now. You know, it's a very alcoholic and all that fun shit. And we've gotten past that, you know. And long story short, I could basically stop drinking when I was like 20, like a couple days or weeks before I turned 21. I drank a bunch of Robitussin DM, and I was tripping the fuck out. My wife knew I was on something, and she's like, you know, I don't care what it is, but you need to stop right now or you're going to lose me forever. That was before we were married. And well, that was only the first couple times she cheated on me. So basically I became this like person you have to watch and like make sure Courtney can't drink and all this other shit. Cause yeah, I used to not be able to handle my alcohol because I was a child. You know, I used to do dumbass shit, you know, but I was also a child. You know, now I'm 26, you know, I'm not gonna make the argument for what I want to do, but all I'm saying is that, it's bullshit that Sierra treats me like I can't be trusted around alcohol, or I'm going to do some stupid violent bullshit, which I'm not, you know, and I don't know, it just pisses me off, because, like, I was kind of almost bred to believe that kind of shit was okay, and I learned, and I made my own mistakes, you know, but my wife has specifically, like, you know, banned me from drinking, which is fine, it's not a necessity, but banned me from doing all this shit that's really not that big of a deal, you know, and made me feel like I'm this piece of shit, you know, that can't be trusted with this or that, you know. Like the last big time we drank together was a couple years ago, probably like 2 years ago now, and we were actually all drinking at the lake. You know, my dad was even there and stuff. And then went back home, and she was messaging this other dude and talking to him, like, you know, and like sexually, you know. And I'm like, fuck you, you know. And so I wasn't violent. I didn't go off on anybody. I went to the garage, opened the freezer, got her lemon vodka, and chugged an entire bottle. And I went to sleep. Really, squirrel. But I really don't think that that's that bad. I don't think that's that bad of a thing to do. You know, then she flips out on me, say I just can't handle anything, because we were having glasses of wine together, you know, and it was no big deal. But she makes it out like I'm such this bad fucking person, and it pisses me off to no end. Does it piss you off too, squirrel? I'm just saying, you know, I've lived like a couple weeks without her here, just seeing her like once a week, if that, you know, and I'm learning to get over my separation anxiety and live without live without her, even though it sucks. And at the end of the day, I still want to be with her, obviously, and she's still my wife and everything, but it's very difficult when people think you're this person that you're not. You know I could have like a tall can or whatever and be fine. Like, I could, like, why can't I do that shit socially if it's not that big of a deal? You know, I tried to be all LaVey and Satanism, and yeah, really ingesting any drugs or alcohol is actually against Satanism, if people don't actually know that. But, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like I shouldn't have as many rules placed on me, because I think part of the, let's see what song this is. Part of, like, one of the biggest things about addiction, I've talked about this before in one of my addiction videos, is, like, the moment that you got away with it, like, the moment that you crave it, between the moment you crave it and the moment you get it, then, like, this shit comes over you, where before you even get high, you're high because you got away with getting that fix that you wanted. Oh, fuck yeah. The Killers. They're one good song. I thought it was AFI, I'll be honest, but, not as excited, but, yeah. This used to be a good song many years ago. What, you gotta go potty? He's tired of my bullshit. Anyways, do you guys have a relationship that you're in or have been in or want to be in? That doesn't make sense. But, have you been in a relationship that's like that, where the other person just doesn't trust you, even though I've been with her since I was basically 15? You know, she still can't trust me?